Hey, what's up, sports bettors? So I figured I'd go live here, play some bets, go through some of the promos. There are some good bets out there. So I already placed my first one under 232 in the Hawks Kings game. So I think it's good. It's still available. So $250. I still think it's good. So I'm going to add it to my sheet of live bets. So we have under 232, and then this is Hawks Kings. We got it minus 110 odds. We bet $250 on WinBet. So we can go over to the plus EV page and we can see, where are you? Kings right here. This bet has 3.64% edge. So if you want to log into WinBet, bet this. I think it's pretty good. So 3.64% edge. So we're expecting roughly, $9 in profit. So I got to finish grading the rest of these bets, but it looks like we are up how much during these live streams. So Marcus Smart under 11.51, Halliburton 1, Halliburton 1. So Smart unders and Halliburton 1. So we're up already 1.378K. So we're running a bit hot to the expected profit, which is again just this profit margin times how much we're betting. So if we bet, $50 on this, we're getting 180 in expected profit. This is your expected return. So we have our, expected profit, and then we have our net profit, which is realized profit. And you can see we're up, we're running a bit hot, and I still have to go through and finish grading a bit of these. So we had Smart. What did we have? This may have been on Caesars. I kind of got to finish this up at Halliburton under 7.5 assists. So that cashed at plus 152 odds. So profit 150. What else did we have? Obviously, not all of these bets I'm placing during the live stream. So I'm just going to be, obviously including the bets that I actually hit live. So here our profit's going to be, we bet $100 at plus 130 odds. So our profit's just going to be 130. Yeah, and then the rest of these we'll have to figure out. So it looks like we're running pretty damn good. We just added another bet for today from the OddsJam plus EV page. This Kings Hawks game, very tight market width, only 13 cents a market width. So that's a bet, I'm pretty happy with. So we can continue to look through. I'll also just, we have $16 in WinBet rewards. So I'll redeem those for free bets, which is pretty fun. So I just redeemed that. And then I think I have another $5 in rewards credit. So you can see right here, this number before was, $16.91. And then we just redeemed it for 2 free bets. So I can go to the free low holds page on OddsJam if I want to find the best free betting opportunities. Mathematically, you want your free bets to be at high odds, long odds. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, but, we can go to free, if you want to learn more about free bets, free bet conversions, converting your free bets into cash risk free, we have a great blog post on that. But I'm just going to look for like a good positive EV long shot to put my free bet on. So I'm going to go to low hold filters. This page is 100% free on OddsJam. It's the only place you should be looking to find the best free betting opportunities. And you can see Florida plus 370 seems a little good, long odds, as well as Kings plus 350. If you wanted to, you could hedge on FanDuel for 67.31% conversion rate. You're converting your free bet of $100 into $67.31 in cash. Or if you have a free bet, another good strategy is you just go to the OddsJam plus EV page and you just look for some good freaking prop bets like Bucknell plus 8, and you can make a positive EV parlay, right? You never want to place your free bet at minus 110 odds. It doesn't make sense mathematically. But what we can do is whatever, Murray over 8.5 assists. That's something I can add. Let's see what else is there on WinBet. So just kind of scrolling around, where can I find the best WinBet positive EV bets? It doesn't look like there's a ton on WinBet right now. Pacers game, Duarte under 5.5 rebounds. That's plus EV. Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, all the way down at minus 173. So maybe we want to add that in. So I want to go to the Pacers game. And then, sports betting is a grind. You're not going to get rich quick, but we can go to Duarte, and then we can go to under, what were we trying to bet? Under 5.5 rebounds, minus 135. It looks like it just moved down to minus 130, which is obviously better, right? Minus 130 is obviously better than minus 135. So we'll take that. This I already bet, and it's on a different sports book, but that was a plus EV I played earlier in the day. Then we can just kind of what else was there? I think it was Murray over, 8.5 assists. This is a plus EV play. Granted, only 1.26% profit margin, but we want our free bet. We need our free bet to have high odds, right? Mathematically, that's how you maximize value. So we can go to the Spurs Grizzlies game, and then we can add this in as the last leg. So Spurs Grizzlies, over 8.5 player assists, minus 130. So I'll go here. And then we can go to player assists over 8.5, and it's minus 125. So it looks like it got slightly better. So plus 508, a little, I wouldn't mind having this in the plus 800 range, but the point is like, it's good enough. Your free bets need to be placed at long odds. Oh, I didn't add in the final leg. Ugh. Anyways, whatever. So, like that's kind of the strategy I use for free bets. Obviously, these free bets aren't big, but sometimes on DraftKings, you'll get promos with like $250 free bets or $100 free bets. So when you have those, you can either convert them risk-free using this, filter by sportsbook on the low holds page, and then filtering by conversion percentage. And, if we had an $100 free bet on WinBet, it would tell us, okay, put that $100 free bet on the underdog and then hedge, place $250 on the favored team, Furman, at minus 375, and you'll convert your $100 free bet directly into $67 in cash. Usually, if you check a few times during the day, you'll be able to find, slightly better stuff. But, what we can do is just place a little long shot parlay. So VMI, military, I don't know how to find that. So let's just place it on the Kings. Whatever. We'll throw this on the Kings plus 350, right? It's $5 free bet. Is this maximizing value? I mean, not perfectly, but it's $5 free bet. So that's pretty cool. We can go back and we can see if there's any bets we want to look into. So we place some promo bets. I'm still logged into DraftKings. That's great. These sportsbooks are always logging me out. So we can go through some of the promos here today. So boosts, I'm not going to go through the math of these. We have some articles about, odds boost, the math behind odds boost. You just like literally type in odds boost here. You can learn more about how to price odds boost and figure out maybe like what you want to bet, what you don't want to bet. But let's place like this bet. Absolutely insane. Hurricanes minus 210. It's an ARB to bet online, one of the sharpest sports books, especially for hockey. And it's an ARB to pin, right? Which is plus 210, so minus 210. So whenever there's an ARB, right, if you had Twin Spires and Bet Online, you had both accounts, you could place a bet on both platforms, and due to the different odds, you could make a risk-free profit. So what that means is there has to be a good bet, right? So we're going to take the bet on Twin Spires because Bet Online is very sharp and Pinnacle is really sharp. So we're going to go here, and then we want to, what game was this? So this was in the Hurricanes game, I believe. So this is for the Hurricane Senators game. So this bet has 1.51% edge. Again, smaller edge, right? But we have very high confidence. It's an ARB to bet online. It's an ARB to pin. That minus 250 is an incredible price, right? Or it looks like it just moved to minus 240. But you get the point. Minus 210 was a great bet. We're not going to be able to hit all these plus EV bets, right? But there's a lot. There's a lot on this page. So it's really just your job as a sports bettor to spend the time looking through whatever. Should we hit some EV bets or should we talk about promos? I'm not really sure. Lightning minus 2, right? Plus 120, very tight market, only 13 cents a market with here. This I already bet. So this one I'll skip over, but this bet, this plus 120, I really like. So we can go here to the Lightning game. 3.8% edge. So we can go into hockey and then we can talk about promos in a sec. And again, the only condition to using OddsJam and the only way you're going to be, let me make sure this is, this live stream looks correct, just because last time it didn't look particularly great. So let's go here. And yeah, it's sharing my screen. Okay. So I'm pretty happy about that. So what do we want to do? We wanted to bet on the Lightning tomorrow. And again, it's just the general premise. You have an ARB between Caesars and the sharpest sportsbook in the world. So right, that in the long run, placing these bets, you're going to make money. right? This is a positive EV bet. You have high confidence. At the true odds or the fair odds, you're getting a better price than that. So we're on Lightning, -2 tomorrow, which is 127. And then this was at plus 120 odds. We threw $250 on it. And this bet has an edge of 3.8%. So roughly 4%. So again, what we're doing as a sports bettor is we're like forming our own little hedge fund or whatever. So we're considering things like market width. And we're up 1.65K. So I hope you tailed all these bets. Again, the only condition to using OddsJam being successful is you need as many sports betting accounts as possible. Go through the description, click every one of the links in your state, sign up for the sportsbook. All these sportsbooks have different promos. All these sportsbooks have different boosts, right? You need more sportsbooks to be successful as a sports bettor. So I just want to make sure these freaking books don't log me out. But, so we just made 3.8% expected return in a day, right? The return of the stock market's freaking 8% a year on average. And of course, there's fluctuations. We'll have down days, on this freaking live betting sheet. Not every day we're going to be going up $800. It's not the point, right? No one said you get rich quick sports betting, but looking for these prop bets and these, like Jimmy Butler blocks over 8.5, stuff like this is really how you like make money sports betting, right? This I already bet on. Insane value, 8.08% edge, this Raychick guy, or however you pronounce it. So that's pretty cool. So now we have 2+ EV bets placed today. Then we have chat. I already bet these two, so I should add this to my bet tracker. So we have Lightning. I'm throwing $250 on it. And again, the OddsJam bet tracker is free. A lot of things on OddsJam are free, but the bet tracker is insanely valuable. And the reason it's so valuable is it tracks your CLV for you for free, right? So if I go to bets right here, what you'll see is if I just reload this very briefly, it will show me, did I beat the closing line, right? Which is all that matters as a sports bettor. Look it up anywhere, right? If you are beating the closing line consistently and long-term as a sports bettor, you're going to make money sports betting, right? Like in this Moreno Fig fight, we got over, lines were steaming higher right before the fight. We were on a live stream. Lines were freaking steaming higher. And we were able to get over 3.5 rounds at -126 odds, right? The line closed -140 to pin the sharpest sportsbook in the world, right? But what's also cool is some of my, some lines will move against you, right? You may bet on the Chiefs and then Mahomes gets injured and the odds, completely flip-flop. So sometimes you're not going to get positive CLV, right? Your bet's going to get bad. You're going to have worse odds than the closing line, as it says, right here, worse odds than closing line. So, but sometimes you can go to a sports book and you can cash out. Not always, but sometimes you can, right? So we have some bets open on whatever this game, maybe from previous live streams or something like that, or from TikTok plays or whatever it is. So, and again, all we're including in this sheet is no promos, nothing like that. It's kind of unfair, I feel like, because not everyone has these sports books, although you should be signed up for as many as possible. And again, just click all the links below. We'll take you to the best sports betting promos in your state, right? Like if you're in Arizona, like I am right now, you have a bet match of $1,000. You get your first wager matched up to $1,000. You bet $1,000, they give you $1,000. You can hedge your bet on a different sports book, whatever. This is the easiest freaking $1,000 you're ever going to make. So sign up now. Anyways, there's a pretty cool promo on Caesars we can discuss as well. And some promos on FanDuel. So, we've explained this before, and obviously people have different amounts of free time, right? Not everyone is like us and they just look at sports betting all day long. But FanDuel has a really profitable promo. We have a full blog post on it and a full YouTube video about it. So if you just look up this parlay insurance, whatever, you can see we have a full blog post on it, but it's really good. And basically the way it works is you place a 4-leg parlay, right, on NHL or college basketball. And if exactly one leg loses, you get your money back. So we can go to this positive EV tab. And, sometimes you're able to find, good NHL bets on the positive EV page, which is optimal, right? Like ideally, all of the bets you're including in your parlay are positive EV because then you're just increasing the value. What you can also do is just check, where am I getting the best price on FanDuel, right? So if I go here and we go to, like Puckline or whatever, you can see where is FanDuel giving me the best odds, right? Like it would be a disaster to include Flames minus 2.5 in my NHL parlay. Why would I do that, right? Pinnacle has this plus 249. Why would I include plus 215 in my parlay? It makes no sense. Whereas, under 6 goals and under 6.5 goals seem pretty good, right? Like, sure, this bet may not be positive EV, but FanDuel's giving you the best price. You're getting minus 134. There's some freaking good value in that. So we can go to the Flames game, and that can be our first leg. So Flames, then we want to go to alternate total goals under 6.5, minus 134. And that's kind of the strategy. And of course, it takes a bit of time. Basically, regardless of what you're betting, as long as the odds are relatively close to minus 200, this promo is going to be profitable. So it's really just about trying to optimize and increase the EV of the parlay from maybe 10% like it usually is to 30% or whatever, if you can find all of your legs on the plus EV page. But I'm just going to throw one together. Again, as long as the legs are relatively close to minus 200, you're going to be making money over the course of the long haul. So what we can do is just kind of throw something together where ideally legs are close to minus 200. And we can do this for college basketball as well. Again, what's optimal is you really want to find legs that are best offered on FanDuel, but let's not waste too much time talking about this promo that I feel like we've discussed a lot. The $25 we'll throw on there, and then we can go to college basketball and be like, okay, what legs are closest to minus 200? Nope, that's not college basketball. Flip back to college, and then we can scroll around and be like, okay, we need legs close to minus 200. There's always so many dang games. So what do we like here? And we can be like, okay, minus 150, minus 176. That sounds pretty good. Minus 182, that seems pretty good. Minus 188 seems pretty good. Close to minus 200, which is how you mathematically optimize this promo. Ideally, we'd find all legs on the plus EV page, but let's not waste too much time. So we'll try to get, legs relatively close to, minus 200, and then we'll just throw this on it. And then again, the reason I said minus 200 is because if you go to the terms, you can't have, include a leg that's minus 250. So then we can go here, place a 3-leg parlay and get a refund in site credit if your bet loses. So this is for the NFL. I mean, it's literally risk-free, right? You bet $10. If your bet loses, you get your money back. You can't lose money. So what do we like here? Whatever, go here, go to same game parlay. Again, if you want to optimize, use the tools on OddsJam, but it's $10 and I don't want it to take up the whole video. So I'm just going to throw something together. First touchdown score. And a good way is you can also go here, you can go to DraftKings, you can go to touchdown scores, and then you can be okay, what seems like they're giving us a decent price. So Deebo Samuel, he's plus 650 on FanDuel and DraftKings. Cooper Kupp plus 500 on both. This Akers guy though, he's plus 750 on DraftKings, only plus 600 on FanDuel. So why would I want to include him, right? Elijah Mitchell plus 850, only plus 700. So I'm fine with Deebo. So whatever, we'll throw $10 on this. It's literally risk-free. I'm betting $10 to win 574. If my bet loses, who cares? I get my money back. So you want this to be on something with high odds. This is, whatever. Caesars has some promos too. So let me just make sure these sports books don't log me out. We can hit maybe a few more plus EV bets. We're obviously I've been crushing it on these live streams. I hope a bunch of people have tailed. You'd be up 1.7K. So that would be cool. We haven't won every night, but we definitely are running pretty good. So we can go back here. We can go to the ARB page. And here's the next bet we'll place. Chattanooga minus 4.5. You have an ARB between Pinnacle and Caesars, right? If I had both accounts, I could make a risk-free profit by betting on both sides. So I know there has to be a mathematically profitable bet whenever there's an ARB, right? There's no such thing as free freaking money. It's not a thing. Whenever there's an ARB, there's a mathematically profitable bet. So I want to go back here. I want to go to Chattanooga. This bet has 4.9% edge, pretty dang tight market width, right? 21 cents. So we can go here. I can go to search sports, and try to find this game tonight. I don't know how to spell either of these teams. So we'll go back here so I can figure out how to spell this team's name, Wofford. Then we can try to find this bet. And cool, minus 4.5, Chattanooga. That's what we wanted to bet on. You can see the EV, the minus 110. right? 4.9% edge, pretty tight market with. So maybe we like it a bit more. Ooh, let's get risky. Let's go 350 on this one, right? Like if you want to think very carefully, right? If a bet is positive EV, the scales linearly. Of course, you shouldn't be betting really ever like too much on one particular bet because the sports betting market, it's not like, that liquid. Like people aren't betting $10,000 or they shouldn't be. But like, this bet, you should, if you're very bankroll constrained, be placing 5% of your capital on this specific wager. So your bankroll is $1,000, put $54 on this or 50, round to 50, right? This can be a valuable tool. But the thing is like if you're putting 50, or if you're betting 100, right, you have 490 in expected profit because it's 4.9% EV, 4.9% edge. If you're betting $200, it's $9.80 in profit, right? The scales linearly. And this bet's incredible, very tight market with. We like it. So again, there's another bet. And again, the general premise is just like whenever there's a freaking ARB, right, there has to be a mathematically profitable bet, right? Here we have an ARB between WynnBET, just popped up. Again, you got to be using OddsJam often, and you have to have multiple sports books. So this already moved because I was blabbing away. You can see it was over 213 minus 110. Now it's over 214 minus 110. So we're not going to be able to hit them all. It's just part of the game. But we just got our Wofford bet down that had 4.9% edge. So we can have Chattanooga, minus 4.5 versus Wofford. I probably didn't spell that right. I don't really care. I don't really care about these teams. Minus 110. We bet how much on it? $350. Yeah, we bet $350 on it. And this was a great plus EV bet with 4.9% edge when we placed it, which means we are now 17.15 richer in EV. So we can go back here. There's a Caesars promo, right? 33% parlay boost to use on college basketball on Wednesday. This promo also looks really good. Bet 3 NHL games and get a free bet. So this is pretty simple, right? We want to bet on 3 college basketball legs. So what we can do is we can go to college basketball and we just want to look for like 3 lines best offered on Caesars, or ideally, you can find them on the plus EV page if you have a bit more time. You can look through and be like, oh, where are good lines for Caesars college basketball, right? Whatever, like this minus 110 clearly is a good line, right? It's an ARB to Pinnacle. The line moved against us a bit. Our edge went down a bit here, right? 3.29% now. So I can change this. These lines are always moving, right? Sports betting is just like the stock market. Things are ticking around as bets are placed. So we could look for like college basketball legs where Caesars is giving you the best price. So this bet is from the positive EV page. It's an ARB between, Pinnacle and Caesars. So we know there has to be a freaking profitable bet. So we'll include that as our first leg. We already know this bet is good. It is mathematically profitable. It is from the positive EV page, and there was very tight market with. So what we'll do is we'll go here, and then we can be like, okay, like where else is Caesars giving you good prices? Creighton minus 145, right? Like Pinnacle has it minus 152. So is this bet plus EV? It's like, no, right? It's a slight improvement from Pinnacle, but it's not like you're getting minus 125 or something. Like if we put Pinnacle's market into a zero VIG calculator, minus 129, minus 152, the fair price would be minus 138. We're getting minus 145. So this bet is negative EV, right? But we need good lines on Caesars to include in our promo, right? Because like it's not like this is something we would bet without the promo, right? So we can go here, and then this is Creighton, and we'll include them minus 145. And again, this is a promo, so I'm not going to include it in the profit and loss sheet. But we can look for some lines that look pretty good. Radford, see if there's anything out there we like. St. Joseph's, yeah, I'll pick up some minus 150. Pins down at minus 158. Seems like a halfway decent price. So we'll go to St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's. These books are a little hard to navigate. So, you want to spend some time like figuring out like, how to spell these team names, how to find the search buttons. Like Duquesne. I'm spelling it wrong, I think. Duquesne. There we go. So they have it like St. Joseph's with an apostrophe. So I guess it didn't show up initially. So now I have my 33% profit boost. So the odds are going to be improved. One of these bets is plus EV. The other bets were probably a little negative EV. So maybe this parlay is like fair, right? It's not like a great bet. But with a 33% profit boost, it becomes really freaking good. So max wager, $50. So I'll bet that, right? Great promo. So we can go back here. We can be like, okay, what else is out there? Here's another plus EV bet, right? It's an ARB between Caesars and Twin Spires and Caesars and Pinnacle. So we have very high confidence that this bet is great. Very tight market width too. So we can go here to Longwood and I'll search them. Thank God I'm logged in. We can go here and then we can place another plus EV bet that we can dabble in. So it's not Longwood. We go here, Longwood. To this game, please. Go to this game, please. There we go. Over 140 minus 110, whatever. We'll throw $500 on it. This bet, very tight, right? It's an ARB to 2 sports books. We could make a risk-free profit by ARBing it with Twin Spires, but I'd rather just take the minus 110 because I think that's better. So 4.98% edge. We threw 500 on this, and this is Longwood. So hopefully, getting some good bets. Again, using the OddsJam plus EV page, just going down, placing all these bets. You're just forming your own little sports betting hedge fund, right? That's all you're doing. So we have this. We place minus 110. And then the Longwood versus North Carolina A&T. Longwood versus NC A&T over 140. And we just got another plus EV bet place, right? Not all our bets are going to win. Not all our bets are going to win. But placing bets that are plus EV, will make money in the long run. We'll have some down days, but it's like forming your own little hedge fund where all your bets are mathematically profitable. So some player props, RJ Barrett over 2.5. You can see it's almost an ARB to DraftKings. The market on Pinnacle is plus 105, minus 139. So we take the market from the sharpest sportsbook in the world. We throw that into a zero vig calculator. And you can see the fair price for this is plus 119. And we're getting RJ Barrett, plus 130, which has 4.91% edge. So we can go to the next game. And then we can go to player props. And then we can go to RJ Barrett over 3.5. Total assists. Oh, no, made threes. Sorry, this was for made threes, not assists. So let's go. Come on, RJ Barrett, where, you got to know how to navigate these books quick. This line is good. So you can't dwell on it forever. You can't take forever. So we have over 2.5 plus 130. So let's throw $100 on this, a little more market width. So maybe you want to play it a bit smaller. I don't know. It's up to you, right? You determine how much money you want to bet. RJ Barrett over 2.5 threes, and this is plus 130. Is that where we placed the bet? Yep, plus 130. And this bet had, 4.91% EV to the zero vig line from Pinnacle, which means we just picked up, it looks great to the market on the sharpest sportsbook in the world, and we're $5 richer in EV, right? Again, the goal is place as many plus EV bets per day in your bankroll, in your risk tolerance, and just see that net profit number climb over time, and use the OddsJam bet tracker right here to make sure you are getting bets that beat the closing line, right? This is what you care about. You want to see as much freaking green as possible for all your player prop bets and stuff like that. If you're only beating the closing line 40% of the time, you're going to lose money. And then again, I'll keep hammering it in. Go to YouTube, go to this live stream, go to the description, see if there's any sportsbooks in your state you didn't know existed. Click all the links. We'll take you to the best deposit bonus for that sportsbook. Sign up for that sportsbook. You get a huge freaking bonus on all these books for signing up, right? Freaking $1,000 bet match on Caesars. Absolutely insane. If you don't have Caesars and you think you're making money sports betting and you're in a state where Caesars is legal, you're not making money sports betting, right? That is the squarest thing I've ever heard. You need more sports books to be successful as a sports bettor, right? So here's a player prop bet, really freaking high EV, right? 10% EV, granted 56 cents a market width, maybe a bit bigger. So maybe we want to play it a bit smaller, but still that's an irresistible amount, right? So we got to go here, and then we got to go to the Knicks Heat game, and then we got to go to player props, and we got to go to player blocks. So this market probably a little less liquid, who knows how much action they're getting, but I mean, clearly some insane value being able to get Jimmy Butler plus 185. So we'll throw $100 on this, and boom, we can add it to our bet tracker right here. And again, if the line moves against us, you can set up notifications on OddsJam. This is 100% free, the bet tracker. So just sign up for an account on OddsJam. Don't pay us anything. Exit out of the payment page. Start using the bet tracker, and you should be really impressed with your earnings. So Butler over 0.5 made threes. This was plus 185. We bet $100, and this had 10.07% edge. And again, like, this is a bet you can only get now. It's not going to be available in 3 hours. None of these bets are. Lines move, right? This Hawks Kings bet, we bet it under 232. Like, now it's over under 230. So we have an additional 2 frickin' points. Absolutely insane, right? That's a big deal in NBA. So good odds, they don't last forever. So you have to move quick, and you have to be on OddsJam all the time. You're at work, be on OddsJam, right? Like, it's more important than your job. And what's cooler than making money sports betting? Anyways, there's some other good college basketball bets, some player prop bets that look pretty good. So because we're already on the Heat game, maybe we want to throw some on under 6.5 rebounds for Butler, and that will be my last bet. So we can go here. And again, sign up for all the sports books, all the frickin' sports books. Go through, click every link for the sports books in your state, sign up for that sports book, and, watch the profit go higher. So we'll add this, 4.57% EV. So this is Butler. Nope, that's not right either. Made blocks, just player blocks. And then this bet is 4.57% EV. We threw another $100 on it. So we're seeing that expected profit move higher. And this is for Butler under 6.5 rebounds, so plus 115. So Butler under 6.5 rebounds, plus 115. Again, we're up $1,700. Hopefully you've tailed everything I've given out. Check out OddsJam. Sign up for the email list to get 3 free positive EV bets mailed to you per day. If you're on your email, you can usually hit them. And then finally, sign up for all the sports books, right? It's the only way you're going to make money as a sports bettor. The only way you're going to make money as a sports bettor is you need more sportsbook accounts. You need as many as possible. Sign up for everyone in your state. They all have different promos. We showed there was that insanely profitable 33%, boost token on Caesars for college basketball. Super freaking good, right? Super profitable. It's only on Caesars. The bet match, only on Caesars. FanDuel, we showed they had some other promos that were really good. These parlay insurances, and they also have a risk-free bet up to, I think, $2,000 when you join, or $1,000 depending on the state. You need FanDuel, right? Click all the links below. We'll take you oftentimes to exclusive deposit bonuses that we have with some of these books, the highest possible amounts you can get in terms of value. Get multiple sports books, because that's what you need to be successful, right? And these bonuses, they're not going to last forever, right? You're not going to be able to sign up for Caesars in 3 years, probably. They're not going to have a bet match of $1,000. It's because right now, right, the U.S. market is so competitive, and it's a race to get new customers, right? Everyone wants new customers. So these sign up bonuses, there's so many sports books, right? There's so many freaking sports books. They're all, competing to get your business, to get you betting on their platforms. So sign up for all these sports books. Click all the links below, sign up for every single sports book. And so maybe we'll be back later today. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of these bets turn out, but we're up a lot of money, keep tailing. And thanks.